Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Wales, Lauren Price makes the maiden defence of her WBA and IBO welterweight titles, and does it in really impressive fashion against a previously undefeated but very much untested opponent, a girl from Colombia, 29 years old, called Bexcy Mateus, who came in with 7 wins, 6 KOs, no draws, no defeats. She's defeated now, trust me, because the heavily tattooed Miss Matheus was just completely out of her depth. Game girl, she was up for it. But she got floored in every single round, all 3 rounds. And in the third knockdown was very, very heavy. She didn't know where she was. She was totally discombobulated, not knocked out, but the referee didn't bother counting, quite rightly so. Steve Gray was the referee. But Lauren Price, very, very impressive, really clinical, cold-blooded way of going about your work. She's 30 now, as we know, former Olympian, she's from Newport in Wales, I think, originally. And, yeah, just too much of everything, too much schooling. The amateur schooling clearly showed her, her professional experience showed, but she's only had 8 fights herself. That's only her second knockout. No draws, no defeats. But, the fact that she won just about every round against Jessica McCaskill and picked up the titles. And then she's beaten some, Lolita Mueza, that was a technical decision, but Lolita Mueza, I think the girl's name is. She was 18-1 when she came in. Even on the way up, people like Kirsty Babington, that was a 10-round decision. That was a good little experience fight. So she'd really been prepared for the world stage. And we know that there was a dearth of talent in a lot of these female divisions. But nevertheless, sometimes it's how you go about your work and how clinically you get it done. And she really was just too much for Bexcy Mateus. Bexcy Mateus, all her fights previously had been in Colombia against girls I don't think I'd ever heard of any of them. I remember looking at the BoxRec, her resume. Nah, this was a quantum leap. A huge jump up, and she was found wanting. But she was not without guts. She had no idea how to deal with the southpaw stance because she was orthodox. Lauren is a southpaw. In the first round, she was an absolute sucker for the backhand, left hand, which was a sort of, I think the commentators described it as a sort of, there was a slight hook element to it, but it looked to me when I was watching it live as if it was a left cross. She might have switched it over at the last split second. I don't know, but either way, it landed bang on the jaw, and down goes Bexcy, and she gets up right at the end of the round. Okay, if it had been a 3-minute round, would she have got out of the first round? We'll never know. Second round, towards the end of that round, it was more of the same. She was on the floor again, near the ropes. No idea how to defend against a southpaw backhand. Lauren, moving forward very quickly with her feet, never losing her shape. And Bexcy Mateus firing punches. She came to win. She came to give everything. But after 2 rounds, a couple of 10-8s, it was an uphill struggle, wasn't it? And then in the third round, the writing really was on the wall, and there was a sort of ominous glare about, I say a glare, more of a sort of cold-bloodedness about Lauren Price. She sort of was constantly, coming forward, looking very, very sort of ominous and almost sinister in how she was going about her work. And sure enough, I think about a minute and a half in, she clipped Matheus again. I think that was the backhand again. Matheus sort of swung into the ropes. One of her arms got caught in the ropes. She was badly stunned. And then Price stepped in with, might have been a right hook. I'd have to go back and look at it. And down goes Matheus. And this time she didn't know where she was. And the referee, Steve Gray, rightly stepped in and stopped the fight. Very, very good win for Lauren Price. Not because the quality of the opposition was good. She was completely untested, Miss Matheus. But it is the manner in which you get your work done sometimes, and in this case, because sometimes when you get an unknown commodity in front of you, they can turn out to be really impressive. They just sort of come out of the blue. I mean, how many times have we said this about Mexican fighters? They come over here, we've never heard of them, and they overturn the apple cart. Lauren Price really was very, very professional in this contest. She had an unknown commodity in front of her. I don't know whether she'd seen her fight before, but her attitude was, these are my belts. I'm going to treat this as if I'm the challenger, just like Marvin Hagler always used to say. As far as I'm concerned, I train like a challenger. And I mean, it was very, 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 very impressive by Lauren. She wants Natasha Jonas next. We'll have to wait and see about that. Of course, they're both Natasha and Lauren are promoted by a boxer. Natasha's got to get through Ivana Habazin. That's later on. That's the main event. But we'll see. We'll see. There's a good fight. And you know what? I think Natasha coming to the end of her career, even if she does win tonight, I wouldn't bet against Lauren. Out with the old, in with the new. I think she's she's really come of age. She's 30 now, so she's in her prime, and all that amateur experience has definitely, groomed her perfectly for this professional career that she's having. Don't be surprised if she picks up more belts and beats a few big names along the way. She's already got McCaskill on her record. She's a good fighter. I like her attitude. When you see her interviewed, she's very, very down to earth, very focused, and she comes across as genuinely confident, really genuinely confident. There's no sort of blagging going on there. So a good fighter, Lauren Price. Well done to her. Commiserations to Bexcy Mateus. But hey, there's got to be a winner and there's got to be a loser. So what did you think? Would you think Lauren can become undisputed, maybe? What do you think about her chances of beating Natasha Jonas if Natasha beats Habazin? We'll have to wait and see. Comments below. Thank you, as always, for your time. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new, because you're helping the channel out a great deal, and it costs you nothing, as it takes a second to pop the little button, and also the like button as well if you enjoyed the video. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and much love. Bye for now.